We had Brendan Rodgers assaulting Stewarts. We had Rangers assaulting the eyeballs of 48,000 people inside Ibrox. And we had Aberdeen assaulting the back of the Ross County net. It's fair to say this weekend of Scottish football was full of assaults. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And we're here to talk about the results from this weekend's action. I'm trying to sound hype. I'm trying to sound excited. In reality, it was a crap week of football. But for the first 20 seconds,
you tried a job.
I tried to pretend it was good. It wasn't good, let's be honest. The two televised games, well, I'll say two. There's only one televised game. Anyone who put themselves through the misery of watching the Rangers game on Rangers TV, then I'm sure you will not have enjoyed it. Or even worse, if you were at the game. Although if you were at the game, you had a chance to get one of those doner kebab pies, that I've heard are pretty good with the Southwest sauce.
Oh, aye.
Now, obviously, I'm not allowed in Ibrox, so I can't say whether they're nice or not, but I've heard they're pretty good.
Are they? Fucking anything's better than the performance. Ibrox, man, what's going on with Rangers?
Wait, have you not had one?
Yes.
So why are you pretending like you don't know if they're good or not?
No, my point was, I don't care about pies. I want performances. You don't understand where I'm coming from?
No, I do understand where you're coming from.
Bonnie Rig Rose, right, might have the greatest pies ever, but they get pumped 1-0 by Stonehouse Moor. Like, as Stephen Naismith said, I don't look at the league table, I look at the pie selling records. Would you accept that?
Let's just move on.
Let's just move on, guys. League 2! Woo! Bonnie Rig Rose, nil. Are you not allowed to quote Ric Flair?
Not really, no.
Why not? I mean, name me a Bonnie Rig Rose legend. The Pie Man?
Lee Curry.
So it's not a pie, it's a curry. Right, take it away then.
That has to be some of the worst fucking banter I've ever heard.
What does it say?
Shut your mouth.
I need lynched.
I'm going God. Late night review, guys. Bonnie Rig Rose 0, Stenhouse Muir 1. Eden Lynch with a goal in the 66th minute. I hate that number 66. Just gives me World Cup flashbacks that I don't want.
Yeah.
I reckon there should be a minute silence every time the football matches get to 66 and we just don't play for that minute.
Who cares, man? It was fucking years ago.
Well, they still talk about it every fucking day, so...
Every day?
I'd say so.
It was a shit period.
Aye, well, it was a shit period, and by the sounds of it, this match wasn't too great. Just the one goal separating both sides at New Dundas Park. Stenhouse Muir getting the win. It's a good one for Stenhouse Muir, but I mean, Bonnie Rig Rose haven't really been up to much so far, so I'm not surprised. Stenhouse Muir's showing pretty good form this season. Clyde, we had 2-1 win over Elgin City at New Douglas Park. A lot of new. What's it with all these new in the stadium names? Like, why doesn't it be called new?
They must be new.
Well, if the stadium's new, we know it's new. You don't need to...
We know it's new. You've no idea what you're on about. You wouldn't know if it's new or fucking old.
True, but I mean, does Old Trafford really need to be called old?
That's the name, man. We're not here to judge it.
Well, I am, right? Martin Rennie and Alex King with the goals early in the game. 15 and 20 minutes respectively. Gave Clyde a 2-0 lead. And then we got Elgin City pulling one back. It was an Eric Sula own goal. And then Russell Dingwall missed a penalty on the 62nd minute. Ross Forbes, the former Morton man.
Forbes. Always believe in your soul.
Shout out to Chris's Morton's TV. Ross Forbes getting booked in the last minute there of the game. Clyde seen it out for a 2-1 win. What's your thoughts on Clyde?
Is that the same Forbes, aye? I went for an Elgin City win.
I think it is. Dumbarton 0, Peterhead 1. Hamish, that's a great name. Hamish.
I predicted Dumbarton.
I forget about your prediction. What about the name Hamish?
It's no bad. Finlay Gary, or Grave.
Hamish Ritchie scores 85th minute. Finlay Gray sent off 87th minute. I mean, look at the cards Dumbarton picked up late on. They were going card free until they hit the 80th minute, and then all of a sudden decided, fuck this.
Funk is on a roll.
Just give us some bookings. Good win for Peterhead though. Wasn't expecting that. Stranraer 0, Forfar Athletic 2. Dylan Forrest with a booking in the 54th minute. That's the only thing Stranraer really offered in this game.
The boy in Stranraer.
Ryan Patterson and Josh Skelly with the goals gave Forfar Athletic a 2-0 victory. Good win there for Forfar. And in the final game of League 2 this weekend, it was the Spartans 2, East Fife 2. The Spartans took a 2-0 lead. East Fife pegged them back. Never good when you're 2-0 up and you don't win the game.
No, obviously not.
I mean,
unless it's Nick Montgomery's first match, and you said, well, it's fucking great drawing 2 each for Kelly.
I stand by it. Well, look at where Hibs have went since then.
Oh, since then.
What?
You said it was 3 years ago. It was like last week.
Well, I think they're
They were winning 2-0 and they drew 2 each. That's shit. I don't care who you are. Unless a draw does you. Unless a draw wins you the league or something.
Well, maybe a draw does Spartan. Let's find out and have a look at the league table.
Let's have a wee look.
It doesn't,
it's
no.
the answer.
Stenhousemuir top with 14 points. Peterhead follow in second with 13. Then it is Bonnyrigg Rose, Dumbarton, Stranraer and the Spartans. So, very, very close here between the top 6. Then it's Forfar, East Fife, Elgin and Clyde. So we've got like a 2-tier system here. Kinda. It's a close league though. It's too early to call how it's going to go.
Talked about that in the preview. You've got 6 teams battling for the league and then 4 at the bottom. But like you said, too early.
Very early. What I would say is Stenhousemuir. I've played 4 away games and haven't conceded a goal. I think that's pretty impressive.
That's quite a good wee record there.
But you look at the goal difference. I mean, there's no real spread here. You know, it kind of tells me that none of these teams blowing the others away. It's semi-competitive. No one has got a better or worse goal difference in the amount of games that they've played. It's not like when you look at the old firm, Celtic and Rangers, have like, superior goal difference. I mean, none of these teams have more goals, plus or negative, better than the games played so far. So that kind of gives you a sort of sample that these are kind of close games.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that said, let's move in to League One. Kelty Hearts on the end of a 5-1 thrashing. I think Falkirk are too good for this league and I expect them to easily win this. I think they'll win it pretty early, maybe around March.
Yeah, they should be.
Late March, early April, I expect to see Falkirk being champions. I don't think it's going to go down to the last day. I don't think it's going to be close. Do I think there is good teams that will obviously be pushing them? Yeah, but I still think Falkirk will probably win this handedly and maybe even by double digits come the end of the season.
Easily. Falkirk all day, every day. Shouldn't be in League One.
Liam Henderson, Callum Morrison, Ross McPhair and Aidan Nesbitt with the goals. Lewis O'Donnell got the goal for Kelty Hearts, but I mean, other than that, easy day here for Falkirk.
McPhair, is that not Ross McIver?
Well, it might be actually, aye.
McPhair, fuck off.
That's because I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead, that's what that is.
When was the last time you watched Fear the Walking Dead?
I've seen a trailer earlier on, actually.
You're giving me the fear.
Anyway, up next with Annan, Athletic 1. Hold on here, it's fucking 2 AM and my eyeballs are popping in my head, right? But if you want anything else you want to criticise me for, then...
No, let's go. Let's talk about the next one. Double A's.
Annan...
Arne Anderson, buddy.
Plug those batteries in. Annan Athletic 1, Alloa 1. Aidan Smith with a goal. Connor Salmon, what a guy. Played for so many clubs. Never have I seen a player so shite get around so many decent clubs.
I know.
I've just skipped through half the teams here, but no, I mean, Connor Salmon, just not a good player, but somehow still earning a wage here, playing for Alloa Athletic. The attendance here was really poor. Had a lower attendance at the Galabank Stadium than any of the games in League 2. And that's a reoccurring theme. I noticed that last week. There was a couple of League 1 games with lower attendances. What's your thoughts on that?
It doesn't really surprise me, though.
What, that this game has got a lower attendance than any game in League 2?
Well, maybe than any game, but it's like, let's not pretend that we're going for, like, a Champions League club here to non-league.
Alright, fair enough. Moving on, Edinburgh City 2, Cove Rangers 2, Daniel Handling and Ryan Shanley for Edinburgh City, and for Cove Rangers it was Ruman Burrell and Jackie Wilkie. Or Jack Wilkie even. Which I believe is the son of former Scotland international and Dundee player Lee Wilkie. But if someone wants to correct me on that, then go ahead.
Go ahead. But Edinburgh City pick up the first point.
Yeah, good point for Edinburgh City. I think they needed this.
They needed something.
They did.
And they got it.
But only 265 people showed up at the Meadowbank Stadium.
Damn.
And I thought the previous attendance was poor. But it was...
Oh, fucking spider, man.
I honestly couldn't give a shit if there was a spider, right? They have more legs than Hearts have points this season, so let's just move on. Spiders or no spiders. We'll cover the Edinburgh Cove Rangers. Let's well, actually, Jack Wilkie, is that Lee Wilkie's son?
I don't fucking know, man. Right? Lee, who is Lee Wilkie? Is that name supposed to fucking mean something to me?
I thought he was relatively over, but I guess
Well,
not.
who is he?
Montrose 1, Stirling Albion 0. Again, another poor attendance, and I keep bringing up the attendances because these are bad. Come on, this is a League One game.
What do you want to do to fix it?
Maybe we should start attending these games.
I dead on.
Kane Hester with the goal in the 74th minute gave Montrose the win. And then Marvin Bartley's Queen of the South lost at home 2-1. We had former Hearts man Harry Cochrane. I was shocked when Hearts got rid of Harry Cochrane, to be honest. I think Cochrane can do a job. I like Harry Cochrane.
No, he's in League One?
Yeah, he's in League One.
From Hearts to them.
Former Hibs and Celtic man Effie Ambrose was playing. He got booked in the 91st minute. And goals from Ewan Henderson and Jackson Longridge got the win for Hamilton Academical. So, if we look at the league table, it means Falkirk are leading the way. Flying high, dominating, 19 points. Have only slipped up in one game, but they've been closely followed by Hamilton. And I think we thought the two teams that would be chasing Falkirk down would be Hamilton and Queen of the South. Queen of the South have fallen off lately. So maybe it's going to be Hamilton. Maybe Hamilton can take the fight to Falkirk. But already this is turning into a two-horse race.
Yeah, Queen of the South 10 points behind. I did say in the preview if they wanted to be in a title fight, they needed to beat Hamilton, and they did. So they're out of it for me. 10 points at this stage is massive.
Can Hamilton do anything about this? Or can Hamilton turn it around? Well, I say turn it around. They're level on points, but can they keep this up? That's what I'm saying.
They have a fighter's chance.
And have Hamilton played Falkirk yet? Was that when the draw was?
I think that's when the draw was.
Nah, it can't be because they've both got two-way draws. That when they work. Obviously, one of them would have to be at home.
Aye, absolutely.
Use the brain.
You're right.
Aye, exactly. So I think it's fair to say, that'll be. I'm looking forward to that. Falkirk Hamilton.
Look, Buzz an alien.
What?
Just because he was making fun of how Buzz was retarded.
Does that
Use the brain.
Does that mean you're retarded?
Aye.
Right, moving on. There you go. There's your League One review.
The one week I didn't back Airdrie.
And they won. Callum Gallagher. We had a goal in the 73rd minute, giving them the win over Rafe Rovers. Now, we don't have an attendance here for the Airdrie game. Not too sure why that is, but it's a good win anyway for Airdrieonians. A much needed win, I think, because the last couple of weeks haven't been too good for them. Dunfermline beating Greenock Morton by 3-1. Craig Whiting, Lewis McCann and Michael O'Halloran. Michael O'Halloran, not bad.
Michael O'Halloran.
Former Rangers man, what's your thoughts of his time at the club?
He was shite. He had a bit of pace, man, that's about it.
Robbie Crawford got one back for Greenock Morton, but it was not enough. And I've heard that a lot of people are saying that Greenock Morton boss Imre Dougie Emery could be the new Inverness manager. But I mean, first of all, would he want to leave to go into Inverness? And second of all, would Inverness really want to take Dougie Emery at the moment, considering how much
9th and 10th place teams, man?
Yeah,
scrapping amongst themselves. I
don't know. Like, it doesn't really seem viable to me. I'm not sure that's a good choice.
That would be like Aberdeen getting rid of Robson and bringing in fucking Lee Johnson.
Oh, they have made some questionable calls over the years, so who knows. Inverness Caledonian Thistle 0. Dundee United 1. I feel bad for Inverness here. They were on the verge of getting a draw against the best team in the league, heavy favourites to win the championship, and they were denied right at the end of a 93rd minute Chris Mockery goal. I do feel bad for Inverness because this could have been the kind of result that helped kickstart them, and even though I know they got a point last week, but still, this would have been an important result, and they were denied right at the end.
They were denied right at the end, and yeah, I mean, against 10 men, they could have got a win, but they didn't.
Could have got a win.
But what about this? What happened here?
Big surprise, was not expecting this. Partick Thistle versus Arbroath, and Arbroath won by 3-0. Jermaine Hilton, Thomas O'Brien, and Jermaine Hilton again getting the win over a side that I expect to be pushing. I actually tipped Partick Thistle to win the league. I actually thought they would edge it over Dundee United. I was not expecting this.
No, me neither.
And it's very strange because Arbroath, obviously 2 years ago, almost had the fairy tale season where they almost won the league and got promoted. And then we all expected them to go to shit and be struggling the following season because they're just part-time Arbroath. and they've got like a 90-year-old manager. And then last season they were poor, and I think a lot of us thought they were going down. They survived, but we all thought again this season that they'd be in a relegation battle. But that's not the case. You know, they've been playing really well as of late. And if you look at the league table, we can see that Arbroath are now up to third place. So Arbroath had a really good year. I know they played a game more, but still impressive for Arbroath. Dundee United, though, lead the way.
They do. And for me, Arbroath, Dick Campbell, underrated. Underused.
Would you take him at Rangers?
No, fuck, I'd take anyone at Rangers, to be honest.
Would you actually take Dick Campbell or Michael Beale at Rangers?
I'd take him.
For the bonnet?
I'd take him or puts the fucking cones out for Beale.
Dundee,
He's the cone meister.
Dundee United top, then Raith Rovers in second, Arbroath third, Dunfermline fourth, Partick Thistle fifth, Airdrieonians sixth, Queen's Park seventh, Ayr United eighth, Greenock Morton ninth, and then Inverness Caledonian Thistle in last place. They did lose their opening 4 games, and they got that draw last week, and they so nearly got another draw this week. But I don't think Inverness are down by any means, but it is going to be tough for them. I think the good news for them, though, is that Greenock Morton look really poor.
Yeah, Morton look abysmal.
So that might give them a little bit of hope that they can catch them.
It's the Rangers effect. They got beat by a shite Rangers team in the arse, mate.
Up to that point, Greenock Morton were doing alright. I think they won their opening game of the season.
Yep.
Lost every game since, well, bar one, but they drew. Anyway, let's move on to the Big Boys League, the league that we say matters, then we get abused for it. Aberdeen at Pittodrie with a great 4-0 victory, and this was, some of these goals were fantastic. Miovski and Duke, I mean, just 2 really good players that, you'd probably take my Ibrox.
I probably would. And you know what? They're going to be at Ibrox next Saturday, and I've got fear. I think Aberdeen are going to win.
Miovski then scored in the 21st minute. Then it was Duke, Jamie McGrath, and Bojan Miovski finishing it off. Just 4 goals within a bit space of half an hour. Just crippling Ross County. And some of these goals were really good. What's your pick of the bunch?
Pick of the bunch is probably...
I'd say the McGrath one.
That was the team.
The team effort. It was a fantastic goal.
The first goal, Miovski's first, was good. The overhead flick on.
Yeah, the Duke one was pretty good for Graham Shinney, although they almost messed it up. And then Bojan Miovski, his finish as well. It was a good strike for the 4th goal. Aberdeen just outplayed Ross County during that half an hour period. And
no, but this is what Aberdeen should be doing, right? See, when you see the sort of attacking players that Aberdeen, Hibs, and Hearts have, they should be. There's no reason why when they play good, they can't beat teams like the Old Firm would.
No, they should be.
Because they've got players that are a step above the rest. We talk about the Old Firm being a step above everyone. What, fucking Aberdeen not a step above Ross? Of course they are.
Yeah, results like this should be a common result. If Aberdeen play well at home against a Ross County, then we should be getting more scorelines like this. So, I mean, fair play. Barry Robson definitely had a good week. Bought himself some time. It wasn't looking good coming into this week, but it's looking a lot better for him heading out of it, that's for sure.
Talking of time, as Rocky Balboa said, time is undefeated, and Michael Beale, you're going into the 12th round, buddy.
It's weird though, you've been saying Michael Beale out, but he's actually won both games this week. And he won the game last week.
He's won 3 games
in a row.
And he's kept clean sheets in every single one of them.
So,
does that not just sum up how shite the guy is though? In terms of results, he literally couldn't have done more. But in terms of performances, he literally couldn't have done... Well, the St Johnstone game wasn't too bad, I'll admit that. Betis, the first half was honestly awful, and then this... What is this? Rangers just get worse.
The goal itself for Cyril Dessers was very lucky. Deflected.
But no, what it boils down to though, right? You see if Rangers won the Old Firm, and we're sitting top of the league, and or they were 4 points ahead of Celtic, and
you would forgive these shit performances.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't, and that's just why how fucking crucial that Old Firm was.
Yep, and they blew it.
Yeah, because you know what? I know everyone says it, but second best in Glasgow is fucking irrelevant.
Even going
into Partick Thistle, then you probably would take it.
Even going into that Old Firm game, everyone had already forgiven the Kilmarnock result because they just believed they were going to beat Celtic and go top of the table.
Yep.
The Kilmarnock result was already forgotten about.
And as soon as the Old Firm game happened, the Killie game was remembered.
Yeah, so it's just...
that's just how it goes. Celtic beat Rangers and the League Cup lost.
Out the windy. Anyway, Motherwell, I thought were unlucky to lose the game.
Yep, should have won in my opinion.
Poor match, but we'll not talk about it anymore. Dundee 2, Kilmarnock 2.
Beat me at my bet. Kelly, what you doing?
Bayako and Sack Rudden. Sack Rudden went the late equaliser with Josh Mulligan getting sent off early on. I think it was a red card, to be fair. He went right through him.
Yeah, it was.
Now, it was one of those strange, rare instances where the referee went over to check VAR and actually kept his original decision. So, respect to referee David Munro. I like that. We don't see that very often.
Yeah, and we should see it more often.
Daniel Armstrong with 2 goals. Or do you want to add anything to that?
We should have seen it in the Old Firm.
You need strong referees, and
you do.
As Robbie Nielsen once said,
you know what? I don't want to bang on about that. Rangers were fucking shite. Fuck the divisions, man.
Daniel Armstrong with 2 goals for Kilmarnock, and then late on we had Derek McInnes trap the ball that was about to go to play. He wanted to try and get the match restarted because he felt like Kilmarnock could go and win the game, and the referee came over, and I praise him for sending off Josh Mulligan, but I don't know if I can praise him here for sending off Derek McInnes, because this seemed extremely harsh to me. Straight red.
No, I disagree. He's interfering play. The manager needs to be in his box, not on the fucking field.
And that's a red card offence coming out your box, you think? What? Not a yellow.
Yeah, I think so.
Or a warning. You think that's an automatic red?
Yeah. He's interfered in fucking play. He's actually on the pitch. What reason's he got to be in the pitch for?
To get the ball.
Yeah, but the ball looked out on the initial bounce, but when it got to McInnes, it was on the line.
So you don't think it's harsh?
It's curled back in.
You don't think it's harsh?
Yeah, but if you don't send him off here, this sets a dangerous precedent where Michael Beale thinks he can fucking start hitting balls for 40 yards because his strikers are pish. You know what I mean? So,
alright, Donald Trump, fair enough. Right, anyway, Kilmarnock 2, Dundee 2.
Donald Trump's a Protestant, Presbyterian.
What, yeah. 2-2. Probably. Who's that a better result? I don't think Kilmarnock are getting the results they deserve.
Joe Biden must be a Catholic then.
Dundee, they'll be happy. Like, Dundee played the majority of this match with 10 men, and we're losing this match as well, and they came back and got a draw, so they'll be happy.
Aye, of course they will.
So
much better 2 each draw here than it was against St Johnstone.
It was.
Talking of St Johnstone.
Yeah, up next, Hibernian 2, St Johnstone 0. 16,850 fans were here at Easter Road.
Referee, 2 16-year-olds made their debuts.
Yeah, referee was Kevin Clancy. Where's Russell Brand? Don't know. Lewis Miller with a goal in the 35th minute, and then it was Dylan. I thought the Dylan Fenty goal was really good. Nice wee backheel flick into Fenty's pass, and path. And he finished the goal. I think it was Lafondra with a nice wee backheel flick.
He's good, Lafondra.
Yeah, I rate Lafondra, and Dylan Fenty looks pretty good as well. It was a good team goal for Hibs. They do look good under Nick Montgomery. I know it's only been a couple of games, but you can definitely see that Hibs are a lot better than they were just under Lee Johnson recently. And if I was a Hibs fan, which of course I'm not, but if I was, I would be pretty optimistic about this season, because they got rid of Lee Johnson early, and that's the right thing to do. Okay, the damage, it's not a good start. Of course it's not. But it's not like the damage is done. The damage hasn't really set in yet. After 6 games, they're in 5th place with 7 points. And albeit, yeah, they're decent. They're 7 points behind St Mirren, but I think if Hibs are going to play good football, they can easily make that up over the course of the season. And I think Hibs now have got to possibly be one of the favourites for 3rd place.
Yep. Well, way more than Hearts.
Yeah, way more than Hearts.
Hearts are going to finish bottom half.
So, no, I think Hibs...
Easily, actually. I think Hearts are fucked.
I think Hibs made the right decision, and I think they will get better. You've got to keep in mind, this is Nick Montgomery's 2nd game. I just think that they will get better and better, and I expect Hibs to improve on how they've been so far. So, they could have kept Lee Johnson. Had they kept Lee Johnson, Hibs would have probably still been in the bottom 6.
So how can Hibs sack Lee Johnson this early and it's alright, but Michael Beale, it's like, no. Beale's got to go. And they made the right choice for Johnson. But I think up next is going to be Hearts. And it is. And has this guy got to go? And we always talk about, the big 2 get decisions. How many fucking decisions did Hearts want in this game? And they still couldn't get anything.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I heard this game was a sellout. I highly doubt it. 7,537.
Right, that's it was.
Is that what this stadium holds?
Yes, St Mirren will sell it.
That's what this stadium holds?
Roughly, yeah.
7,500.
Well, maybe the St Mirren end was fucking a sell it.
Referee was Nick Walsh. I thought he had a bit of a shocker the day. St Mirren, I've actually lost count how many times St Mirren had the ball in the back of the net.
There was 5, including the goal.
I tell you what, the offside goal's an absolute joke. For me, it looks onside. The one given off for the foul, I thought was a joke. I mean, Ryan Kent, or not Ryan Kent, Frankie Kent is just, he just falls over really.
Weekend at Frankie.
And I tell you what, he is shite. I'm not rating Frankie Kent for what I've seen so far. I think that goal should have stood. I mean, even the goal in the first half with the high boot for Gogic, it is high, but at the end of the day, I mean, he's going for a jumping, like, overhead bicycle kick. Those are high. You can't do an overhead kick without your foot getting high. And he didn't make contact with the Hearts player, so...
And no, it's not like a Hearts player flinched.
I don't really like this high boot thing.
No, because what it essentially is...
So, does that mean we're ruling out overhead kicks?
Unless you're, like, free. Which I think is ridiculous. Essentially, it's an illegal manoeuvre.
Some of the best goals ever have been overhead kicks.
Yep. And here they are, want to take out the game.
You think of Rooney against Man City, you think of Ibrahimovic against England. There's been some amazing
Ronaldo scored about fucking 40. So.
Well, I didn't mention him because every goal he scored seemed to be an overhead kick. But, tell you what, you don't really see Messi scoring many overhead kicks.
No.
Probably because he doesn't need to leave his feet. But the point being is, like, there's been so many good overhead kick goals, and I just don't like this rule about high feet. I don't even remember that being a thing back in the day. That seems to be another little soft rule that they've brought into football.
It is. No, but Hearts didn't do anything this game, man.
No, Hearts were shite.
Right, and the handball shite they had on the line, it's not handball.
I know, but I can actually sympathise with that because if it doesn't hit his hand, it's in the back of the net.
Oh.
Because he's on the line. And he fucking it hits his hand if not going.
Yeah, but it's his body.
Nah, it was by his side. It was down by his side. It wasn't in front of his body.
Oh fuck it, you need to go rewatch.
No, I don't need to rewatch shit. I'm telling you what it was.
You hitting the Romero against Arsenal, maybe, but no.
No, his hands were by his side. I think that could have been a goal, to be fair. But actually,
you know what? If his hands were by his side, I take it back. It should have been a goal.
No, but I mean, his hands aren't in an unnatural position, so I think that's why it wasn't given.
No.
What, they weren't?
Well, you know what, right? Fuck Hearts. It didn't deserve it because they're shite.
Fuck you.
Hearts are pish.
Tell me something I don't know.
Honestly, it should have been about 5-0.
Should have been, like, St Mirren won, and it should have been a hell of a lot more than 1-0.
St Mirren should have beat Aberdeen as well.
I can admit it.
In that game.
I can admit it. Yeah, St Mirren should be top of the table.
Yeah.
But they're not. Team top of the table at the moment is Celtic, the team that like to protect the kids when Brendan Rodgers is about, but when he's not about...
Fuck you, buddy.
Anyway, it was Livingston 0, Celtic 3, Celtic...
Yeah, what if Brendan Rodgers was the manager instead of Big Jock back in the day, man? And then I think we might have been onto something.
Could have been, but yeah, an assault went down in this match after the game. John Beaton didn't do anything about it.
No, he didn't. No, I actually can't believe how they think Brendan Rodgers is in the right for that.
Now, I can't believe that you think McKinn should get red carded, right? For trapping a ball that's already out of play. But Rodgers can come onto the pitch and put his hands on a Stewart that is just doing his job, and that's deemed
Riddle
okay.
me this, Batman. Did the referee know the ball was out of play when he sent off McKinn's, or has he assumed that it was still in and he's interfered in play?
I think he should assume that the ball was out, or else McKinn's wouldn't have done what he done.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
How's that ridiculous?
Fucking hee-haw. Come on, man. Why you gotta do me like that? No, but Rodgers, like, I don't like... Rodgers does this, right? And we talked about this behind the scenes. What if this kid just pulled a knife out and stabbed Rodgers? It would have been, why did the security guards not do this? But in my opinion, I think the stewards should be stronger here. They should be like, I don't give a fuck, you lizard-looking freak show bastard, Rodgers. He's going off the pitch.
I think the security guard should have grabbed Rodgers in the headlock and pulled him off the pitch as well.
Arrest.
Aye. I don't think Rodgers shouldn't have left the Tony Macaroni in a bus. He should have left it in a black police car.
You could talk about power plays and entitlement, but Rodgers has used the fact that he is Celtic manager here to let this kid away with this.
No, 100%.
Let's say this is Davy Martindale. Not that there's any Livingston kids supporters that'd be on the pitch, but you try to tell me to get away with this. The stewards have obviously realised here. This is a Celtic manager here. We don't want to do anything. And that's what's happened.
Yeah. What if this is a Rangers fan at Celtic Park running onto the pitch?
I think Brendan. Oh, it's all right.
Oh no, let him come on. Let him come on. Some Rangers fan with bucket bottles charging towards Rodgers. Do you think Rodgers is going to tell us, "No, get away from him. Get away from that poor wee guy that's charging towards me with a bucket bottle"? Character. Nah, I thought that was bullshit.
It was Exhibit A of Rodgers trying to win himself over with the Celtic fan base. He didn't do it for the kid. He did it for himself.
Just when you look at the facts, when you break it down, and this is the last I'm going to talk about it, the stewards are doing their job. Their job is to keep the players safe and to prevent people from getting on the pitch. And if someone does get on the pitch, their job is to remove them. That is what the stewards were doing. If you're in the crowd, then you're not supposed to come onto the pitch. You're not allowed to do it. And, you can get arrested, you can get fined and whatnot. So he shouldn't have been on the pitch in the first place. And then Brendan Rodgers comes over and he prevents the steward from doing his job, and he puts both his hands on the steward to push him away when he's trying to, take the kid off. I just don't understand.
The worst thing for me, though, is you've got the two white stewards, right, tackle the kid to the ground. So they're the ones that have, technically they've assaulted the kid, even though, they are stewards, are doing their job. Then the black steward is just trying to escort the kid off the pitch.
Gently?
And Rodgers is like, what are you doing? Touching kids?
Why didn't Rodgers have an issue with the white guy that tackled him to the ground?
Honestly, I know you could say we're blowing this out of proportion, but it's just fucking weird. I just don't get this whatsoever for Rodgers.
Is Rodgers no friends with Malky Mackay?
He is, I think so.
Well, that sums it all up, doesn't it, really, at the end of the day? Anyway, let's not really speak about the game. Celtic deserved to win. Livingston were fucking shite.
Yeah.
The Celtic weren't great. I tell you what, though, great goal by Dyson Maeda. It was a fantastic goal. Fantastic strike. I'll give him credit for that. Placement, top bins, Dyson Maeda. He goes from looking garbage to world class in like 0.2 seconds.
Do we think Ange would have pushed the Stewart?
Ange would have just fucking left and went to McDonald's.
No.
You think he would have walked around Tony Macaroni? Macaroni cheese, maybe?
He probably would have been like, leave the kid out. Leave it good to go, mate. I'm a happy meal.
Yeah, dead on. Oh, Ange's doing well at Spurs. I don't think he's worried about the wee Celtic kids at the moment.
Was he worried about them 6 months ago?
Oh, I should have been worried about them 40 or 50 years ago. Anyway, that is it for the games. We'll move into the league now. It's been an extremely long review here, so top of the league. I don't like the way it looks, to be fair. It's not my cup of tea.
It's not going to change, though, so let's just get used to it.
I don't know how Hearts are sixth. I put it that way. How the fuck are Hearts sixth?
Yeah.
Fucking garbage.
It's just something about the league this year. It's fucking pish.
So we have Celtic on 16 points, St Mirren then in second place with 14, Rangers in third with 12, then it is Motherwell with 10 points, Hibernian, Hearts and Ross County all have 7, then it is Kilmarnock, Dundee, Livy with 6, Aberdeen with 5 and St Johnstone with 2. I think St Johnstone are going down.
Yep.
Now don't get me wrong, I believe Livy are bad, but I just see Livingston grinding out more results at the Tony Macaroni.
Livingston are bad.
I know, but I just see Livingston grinding out more results than St Johnstone. St Johnstone are lacking firepower.
They're lacking everything.
Livingston have Joe Newbley, Bruce Anderson.
Aye, Joe Newbley, that guy. Bellend.
Guy that you don't really rate.
No, I don't.
I mean, it is very close, so I mean, you're looking at Aberdeen, like one win could possibly move them up to 5th place, so it's very close between 5th and 11th. Top 4. Do you think that top 4 could be the top 4 coming into the season, or do you think Hibs will break into that? Do you think Aberdeen will break into that?
I think it could be, but here, we'll have to wait and see. Long way to go.
How much longer can St Mirren stay ahead of Rangers? Or, I'll ask you a different question. How much longer can Celtic stay ahead of St Mirren?
Forever and indefinitely.
Forever. Alright, fair enough. So that's the league table, guys. If you want to have a quick look at the fixtures for the next round, we'll just look at the Premiership. I think there's some tasty ties in here. We've got Motherwell at Fir Park against Celtic. I think that will be a tough game for Celtic coming to Fir Park. Motherwell have been impressive, albeit they weren't great against Rangers, but I don't think they'll be looking to lose back-to-back games. So they'll... Wait, did not lose to St Mirren last week as well?
Who?
Motherwell?
I won though.
Holy crap. So Motherwell could be facing 3 defeats in a row. Hibernian at Easter Road.
Let's be real. I mean, 2-1-0 defeats, and they played well in both games. So
Yeah, they're unlucky. Hopefully they can play even better in the next one.
That decision on Tav, that was a fucking joke.
Yeah, that should have been a goal, actually. We didn't talk about that, but that was...
Well, you say a goal. I mean, he could have scored. He
should
have scored, but it's not like it was a goal and it got disallowed.
Alright, it was an extremely good chance.
Yeah, it was. Undeniable.
Hibernian, I think, will beat Dundee. We've got Kilmarnock against St Mirren. We know Kilmarnock are good at Rugby Park, plastic pitch, but St Mirren are like the form team, so...
Yeah, St Mirren will win.
Rangers versus Aberdeen at Ibrox.
Aberdeen.
Looking forward to that one. Should be a good game.
Aberdeen are winning.
I think Aberdeen, with their attacking players, can really cause Rangers problems.
Yep. Ross County need to bounce back.
And I think they could. I can see Ross County winning that.
Yep.
And I believe this game could decide whether St Johnstone stay up or not.
Yeah.
If Livingston beat St Johnstone, they will go 7 points ahead of them. That's a lot.
But we do have the cup in between this.
If St Johnstone beat Livy, though, they're only 1 point behind. That game's massive, I think.
That is massive.
Massive. And the cup is on Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe, spread over a couple of nights. So we'll be back for the Scottish League Cup as teams look to book their place in the semi-final, basically. Already getting to Hampden.
Looking forward to it.
Rangers just 1 match away from Hampden.
Rangers against Livy.
Yeah, it should be an easy
Honestly,
win.
It's probably the worst team Rangers could play in terms of if you're wanting a good game of football. It's going to be abysmal.
True, but they got them at home, not the plastic pitch. I think that makes a bit of a difference.
No, Rangers play pitch home and away, so it's not really going to make a difference.
Anyway, guys, Scottish League Cup preview and predictions will be up probably tomorrow. We'll catch you for that. But until next time, we've been Fog Football. This has been an extremely long and very, very late review show. And but just a bad week for Scottish football. We'll catch you next time. Till then, though, peace.